and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm your host, Cortney Bloomer. Today's episode is brought to you by Classy Seconds Thrift Shop, now in their new location on Highway 50 in Carson City. Visit them on Facebook for fun daily sales and check them out at their new location with expanded hours. Our guests on today's episode are Miya MacKenzie and Peggy Borgman. They're here from the Adams Hub in Carson City. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
The Adams Hub has been around in Carson City for a number of years now, but I think for a lot of people, it's still a little bit of a mystery. Mm-hmm. But you guys play a really big role in developing business, especially in the downtown Carson City area. Tell us a little bit about what the Adams Hub does.
Happy to. First of all, yeah, you're right. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary, so we're starting to get our feet under us and feel like we know how we can best serve the community. We work primarily with startups in Carson City and the surrounding area, and a lot of them are tech-type startups or scaling startups, ones that are looking to be big. So we're helping them to grow more quickly and more successfully so that they can become good community companies and hire and provide good jobs for people in Carson City.
All right. And you do that through a business incubator. Uh-huh. What is a business incubator?
So a business incubator works with mainly startups, and I do want to say that we do also work with local businesses, small and medium-sized businesses as well, to help them. We have a cohort of mentors, experienced business people, experienced entrepreneurs who have want to give back to the community by volunteering their time to help other businesses. So we bring in mostly startup companies, but also existing companies, and we give them a mentor team of people that are helping them to be more successful. So it gives them both a physical location where they can collaborate and work with other businesses that are also trying to grow more quickly, but also they have a team of mentors as well as people like Peggy and myself who are experienced entrepreneurs and business people. So we give them guidance in human resources and accounting and legal experience. All of the different mentors have different areas of experience. You know, a huge area, of course, is in marketing and sales, helping companies figure out how to get into the market, how to price their product, and how to grow quickly and successfully.
All right. Now, you mentioned that there's some mentors that are involved. Mm-hmm. What is the business climate in Carson City? What kind of businesses are we seeing coming right now?
Mm-hmm. A lot of the startups that we're working with are technology related, and which is really interesting. We didn't know 3 years ago what type of startups we'd have, but we have in the technology world, everything is something tech, right? So we have ag tech, fintech, software companies. We have companies that are trying to provide a service through either their software solution or through, maybe there is a product but a service that goes along with it. Do you have any?
Yeah, what's a little bit different about us as an incubator is most incubators focus on, scaling high-tech companies, and it's, a much narrower range of companies. We have the ability to incubate companies that would not be traditional candidates, including, small manufacturers and for that matter, even bricks and mortar businesses that would not be a traditional incubator client. And I'll also mention that the other thing that we do in addition to business incubation is we have a co-working facility. And that is a place where people can come, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, consultants, where you can come and work in a professional environment. It can actually be your home, your business home. And it gives people a professional image, a professional home for their practice, their business. And the more people we have together, the more creative collisions and collaborations happen. And that's really the magic of putting people together in a physical place like Adams Hub is the more people you put together, the more these natural collaborations happen. And that's one of the most exciting things about what we do is putting people together and just seeing what happens.
For example, just this morning I was talking to one of our startups and they are forming a partnership. This particular company has a solution that works with credit cards, and they're partnering with one of our software development companies to do their next iteration. So they're actually creating a partnership to work together. These kinds of things happen, I'm not going to say on a daily basis, but with regularity. It's neat to watch this ecosystem start to develop in Carson City. It's 3 years ago, it was a grand experiment, and we hoped it would be successful, and we're starting to really see the successes and the energy and the enthusiasm come out of our efforts, which is it's fun. And so businesses are feeling like they have the support they need to take some risks and maybe try a new customer demographic or add a new product line. Because what I think I'm seeing is that they feel like they have the support behind them to help them be successful.
When Adams Hub started, was this your intent? Has this grown in the way that you hoped it would, or did you have a different direction and now this has kind of organically come out of it? Is this sort of what you saw happening?
So the incubation part it was our intent and our hope. Generally, in a smaller town, a population of 55,000, it's difficult to know what kinds of businesses are going to start out of it, and if there really is enough entrepreneurial energy to really make an incubator successful. The part that has been surprising for us is the local business community embracing what we're doing and wanting to participate. So we have workshops and seminars where we have trainings, and every month we have local businesses coming in and taking advantage of that, to the point that we started a new effort a year and a half ago. We are a chapter of Entrepreneurs Assembly, and that is a monthly peer-to-peer network or mentoring cohort that gets together. It's free. It's on the second Tuesday of every month, 5:30 to 8:30. Any business person, either they own a business or thinking about starting a business, just want to have an idea, and they get mixed up in a big room with mentors, people who want to give their time back, and it's a 3-hour experience. That has been what has been most successful or most surprising. We actually, Adams Hub, our chapter that we started a year and a half ago, was just named the 2017 Chapter of the Year for Entrepreneurs Assembly. So our success and the way that our community has embraced Entrepreneurs Assembly is unusual in that short time we became the best, the Chapter of the Year. It was great.
All right, and congratulations to you guys for that. Working with current entrepreneurs is not the only thing that you guys do. You have a program also to sort of ensure the future of entrepreneurship in Carson City. Tell us about your youth program.
Our youth program is about 3 years old as well, and it has, the fun thing about being an incubator and working with entrepreneurs is we get to pivot all the time ourselves. And our youth program has pivoted several times to try to really provide the most value. We work in the schools, primarily this year at Carson High School, and then we do a program at Boys and Girls Club every summer. And we are instilling the entrepreneurial mindset in youth. And that concept of having an entrepreneurial mindset is being somebody who is always looking out for opportunities or noticing problems, but not just stopping there, thinking about how could I make something work better? What is the solution for this problem? And then actually taking steps to implement the solution. That is what makes a startup business successful. A lot of startups are started because someone has identified a problem. Right. But more importantly as well, even in Carson City, it's if you're an employer, you want an employee that is always has their eyes open. They're looking for better ways for you to run your business so you can be more successful. That's called intrapreneurship, and it's really valuable as well. So our youth program is really focused on kind of that entrepreneurial mindset. And the other thing that we've been doing a lot is the idea of creative thinking. It has in many different names. In education, this kind of thinking of new ideas is called divergent thinking. In the entrepreneurial world, it's called disruptive thinking. So it's just kind of has different names, but the idea is thinking about ways to do things differently, and it just puts you in that problem-solving mode.
All right, and that's a great experience for kids, regardless of whether they are going to go into entrepreneurship or any other career.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes them better employees. It gives them more opportunities. It opens their eyes to a different way of looking at employment, too. And we have to give a lot of credit to our executive director for New Entrepreneur Network, her name is Molly Dahl. She's a veteran educator, but she's a thought leader in the positive education movement. And she's actually created a curriculum that is being used at Carson High too, called Youth Positive. So there's a really wonderful synergy going on between the entrepreneurial thinking programs and Youth Positive to help lift kids up, open their eyes to other opportunities, live a life unstuck as the program promises.
All right, that sounds fantastic. So if you were an individual here in Carson City or in the region who had an idea for a business, who wanted to get started, how do they get hooked up with you guys?
They can call our main number, which is 222-0001, or visit our website, Adams Hub, ADAMS, hub.com. and just say that they have an idea they are thinking about, or they would like to meet with somebody about entrepreneurship, and we can schedule a meeting.
All right. Fantastic. Is there anything else we should know about Adams Hub and what you guys are doing, the great work you're doing downtown in Carson City?
One other thing I would like to say is that we are trying to provide as many services as possible. So we have SBDC, Small Business Development Center. Clint Cobley is the regional area person. He is at Adams Hub every Tuesday, and he has free services he can offer for people. And then also we are just now announcing that the SBA, Small Business Association, has chosen Adams Hub as a location for its new regional office. So they will be moving in March 1. We're very excited about that. We will be, provide a bunch of services under one roof, so entrepreneurs and small business people can have, hopefully, their needs met.
All right, fantastic. Miya and Peggy, thanks for being with us today. A lot going on in Carson City, and you guys are right at the heart of it, so thank you for that.
Thank you for having us.
All right, and thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City, brought to you by Classy Seconds Thrift Shop. Check them out on Facebook and visit their new store on Highway 50 in Carson City. If your business is interested in sponsoring a future edition of It's Your City, please contact Darla at the address shown on your screen. I'm your host, Cortney Bloomer. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.